It's Lee from Colouring Queen, and today I've got the latest Colouring Heaven Dragon Special. Now, at the moment there is a newer Colouring Heaven edition out, but unfortunately with the slowness in the mail at the moment worldwide, it's only just reached me in Australia. But I did check online this morning and there are still copies available. So in the Colouring Heaven magazine, as usual, the front cover is colourable and it has gold foil on it. On the inside there's always this colour combination chart that you can keep handy to colour up your dragons. And inside this issue we've got 40 lovely pages full of dragons based on Dragonology by Dr. Ernest Drake. The first one that we see was actually from Australia. So it was found in the southeast of New South Wales, in Sydney in the Blue Mountains. So we've got a couple here from Australia, so I'm glad to see that the dragons get around. Who knew? Who knew Dragonology was a thing? So Dragonology is actually the study of dragons. So that makes sense. And there are so many different sorts of dragons in this colouring magazine this month. Dr. Ernest Drake passed away in 1912, and he made it his mission to study dragons, which took him all around the world, and he met lots of interesting people. And that was inspired by finding a tooth when he was younger, and he thought it was a dinosaur tooth, and he wanted to actually study dinosaurs, but his parents had other ideas. And so he went off to university and he ended up studying what his parents had wanted him to do. But then, of course, he came back to dragons. And I think his first Dragonology book that this colouring magazine is based on only sold 100 copies. And nowadays, there's quite a few in the series. They've sold 17 million. So lots of people love dragons. And so in this one we've got all the different sorts of dragons from the different countries, and what I really like is the little bit of information that we get over here on this page. Now, as usual with the Colouring Heaven magazines, you get 40 illustrations that are printed on single-sided paper by an amazing artist. The paper is white and it's thin to medium. If you're using markers, we'd definitely put something behind it so it doesn't bleed through or goes to the other side. Aren't they cute? And they're often based on other books, etc. So it's a good taster. So if you like the images in here, you can go and seek out the Dragonology books and get involved with that whole Dragonology community. Look at this one, gorgeous. But I can't imagine back then to be so fascinated, like in 1912, like he died when he was 75, so he was born in the 1800s, to be so fascinated by dragons that he's made it his life's work and went around the world and studied it. I think that's just amazing. And I wonder what he would be thinking if, you know, all of these years later, his work is still being reproduced and shared. There's whole online communities about it. It does make you think. Look at the dodo dragon. How cute's that? I really love the little bits of information that are available there. So there's quite a few books in these ology series. And as well as studying Dragonology, or studying dragons, he also ended up teaching people about dragons. And yeah, I just can't imagine. Like, I wonder if there's going to be a fairy course one day that I can go and enroll in. Just seems fascinating to me. And after he finished his study of dragons, he also studied all sorts of mythical monsters, from yetis to unicorns. And there's a book called Monsterology that shows there. I just think it's amazing. It just totally fascinates me. And I don't know why I haven't seen a book on the study of fairies or mermaids. If you know of one, please let me know. Look at his face. It sort of looks sad but cheeky grin as well. A Japanese one. So some pictures are more complex than others and some are quite simple. I think it'd be a great one to share with a child if you had one. Spark up the imagination, or maybe just your own inner child. There's a lot of detail in this one. It might be a bit hard if you have a minor visual impairment, but you can get the magnifying lamp out if you need to, I guess. This one's gorgeous, isn't he? I love this information on here. I love books that have got reference information. You can combine colouring with reading. And here's our last little dragon. These kind of look like little Easter eggs to me. And at the back we always have a special offer from Colouring Heaven. So this one is saving on the shop price. Always a good deal. They also have a digital club nowadays, and it's called the Discovery Club, and you get a new artist every week, so you have to have a printer to print out the images or take them to your local copy shop to get them printed, and you get to know all about different artists and whatnot. It's pretty good value and you get it delivered to your inbox. So there we have it, the Dragon Special. Now, if you're in Australia, mine turned up yesterday, so don't despair if it hasn't reached you yet. Because of all of the excess mail in the world and problems with customs and everything, shipping's delayed on things everywhere, so don't panic. I'm sure it'll turn up. So that's it from me. Until next time, stay safe and happy colouring.